reflexes are not well developed, so I'm going to be very careful all the time and once in a while this car will toot a raucous horn when you don't expect it. Here comes somebody. This brake pedal is on a rocking chair. If I go ahead, it's a foot brake. If I go heel down, it's a parking brake. If the brake happens to be down, when I try to go ahead with the motor doesn't want you wasting energy against your brakes, so it toots the horn. And in the middle of an intersection, just when everything's getting panicky and I want to get out of there, the horn starts tooting and everybody thinks I'm angry with them. Now to back up, you press on this thing with my heel and it reverses everything in the motor that the motor was told to do to go ahead.
So it's a reverse switch in essence.
Yeah, that's what it is. It just rewinds the motor backwards. And now, there, see, that brake was down. I left it on the ratchet.
Just to demonstrate to us what it was like.
Now on one of the brakes, this handbrake over here, this throttle is also a handbrake. If I pull it backward, the car stops. So you go ahead by pushing it ahead, and you stop it by backing it up, and even put on the brake. And on that one, I put on an aftermarket brake light with a switch, so I'm California legal. And I added that mirror of my own doing, so I'm California legal. There's only 3 things on the car that takes to be California legal.
Okay, you got the left rear view mirror, you got the brake light, and what else?
Let me see. That's only those 2, I guess.
Okay.
One of the things I have in all my cars is I have safety glass throughout. Even that mirror up there is safety plate. Notice the mirror, that's the way it left the factory. It's a good size rear view mirror.
Yeah, you can really see well.
The code says, if you look up the code, it says any glass placed in a car in California after 1934 has to be safety glass. But it doesn't say that you have to take out the unbroken glass. So some people are running around with their antique cars with original glass. I don't do that because I've heard of some very bad accidents. Mine is cheating a little bit. The law also says in California, if you have tempered glass, the guy who tempers the glass has to put his seal there and be responsible. These are tempered glass, but they have no mark on them, so they look original. I just asked them to leave off the mark. I'm sorry I did that now, because if I were trying to sell the car, or the kids are trying to sell the car, they'd have a hard time convincing the new guy that they had safety glass in it.
Yeah.
There's no way to tell it until you hit it.
Yeah.
If I were doing it again, I'd leave the safety glass label on there. Now it's okay to backseat drive because I just
everybody's in the back seat.
yeah, well, I just don't want anything to happen because I'm asleep, and especially when I'm talking to visitors, I tend not to think so well.
Oh, yeah.